Fala gamer, beleza meus queridos? Estamos aqui para mais um episódio de GreedFall, para mais uma quest. Hoje a gente vai continuar a quest dos Companions, né? Já estamos fazendo uma fila aí de quests de Companions. E hoje a gente vai fazer a quest do Petrus, a gente tem que ir lá na nossa casa. Se der tempo, a gente faz o da SIORA, senão o da SIORA vai ficar somente para o próximo vídeo. Então vem junto aí comigo, bora lá, não dá pra passar por aqui. Não, nossa casa não é aqui, é lá do outro lado. Praça de Orsay. Ó, o Petrus ali, a gente vai falar com ele para pegar a quest dele.
My dear child, what can I do for you?
Ué,
I will see you later, father.
Take care.
por que ele não tá nos dando a quest dele? Compor a sua equipe. Pera aí, vamos tirar o martelo do Thor. Tá, vamos tirar o Kurt. Não, ué. Vamos colocar o Petrus. Ih, pera aí. Petrus, a sua equipe está incompleta. Adicione mais um. Petrus. Nossa, eu tô apertando o botão errado, foi mal, erro meu. Beleza. Petrus. Sai aqui fora aqui. Aí nos dá a opção, beleza.
My dear child, what can I do?
Não, ele não abriu ainda a quest.
I will see you later.
Take
Por que ele não tá abrindo a quest dele? Missões secundárias, conflitos teológicos. Ah, pergunte sobre a pesquisa no Éden. É isso. Não, ou é? Não, não é não. Localiza a rainha. Então, bora fazer o da SIORA. Localiza a rainha. Deixa eu dar uma falada aqui com ela. Não, vem cá, gente. Vem cá, vem pra cá. Aqui. É. Falar com o Vasco. Falar com o senhor.
Honor Manawi.
Honor
My
Manawi.
mother is still held in this outpost near Vagigador. I must do everything I can to free her from the lion's claws. So will you accompany me?
Yep. Aceitar
We will
agora.
do everything we can to free her. Do not worry. Let's go.
Vai até o posto avançado da Aliança. E fica... a gente pode ir pela casa da Dessarde. Essa cachorra tá doida pra poder sair, vai me passear com ela. Cara, mas tá fazendo tanto frio, mas tanto frio, e é de manhãzinha. Tá, nas nossas costas. A gente pode dar uma volta aqui. Já tem nego morto. Nossa, tem um monte de gente morta já. Tem uma coisa aqui. Tá, antes da gente ir lá, pera aí. É aqui mesmo? É. Acho que é um acampamento ali. Ah não, é uma pedra de restituição, ó. É uma pedra de habilidade, cara. Nice. Você ganhou um ponto de habilidade, então temos mais um aí. Se bem que as skills mais fortes lá, elas exigem 3 pontos de habilidade, né? Ah, a entrada é ali.
Halt! Who goes there?
Hands goes there.
I am the legate of the merchant congregation.
Oh, well, you can come in, Your Excellency. But this savage, on the other hand...
Am I the one you call a savage, Renaigse? This young lady is the princess of her people, and she is with me. As such, I would appreciate if you let us through.
Very well, Your Excellency. Please go and find the captain. I'd feel better knowing that he gave you his endorsement.
Ok. Ó, isso aqui são quests secundárias, é uma boa forma de você conseguir um dinheirinho. Por exemplo, aquelas quests ali falam, ah, vai em um tal lugar e mate 5 ursos, mate 3 galinhas.
Well, who are you?
Desade, legate of the merchant congregation.
Perguntar sobre o conflito com os ilhéus.
Why are you at war against the natives?
Because they reject our presence. They've been attacking us for months. These savages
Pera aí, galera, já volto.
stubbornly refuse civilization, and our men pay the price. We can't let them slaughter us without reacting.
Since you arrived here, you have destroyed the forest and ripped open the earth. And people disappear in our villages, the Onalmenawi first. We are only defending ourselves, and we are the savages.
Since we've defeated you, you can believe what you like. Anything else?
Voltei, pegar um remédio ali pro nariz.
Allow me to introduce SIORA, the daughter of Queen Bladnid, whom you faced on the battlefield. We understand that you brought her mother here, and I would like to negotiate her liberation.
A liberation? That'll prove difficult. She's dead.
No! You let her die! You may even have finished her off like an agonizing animal!
We didn't need to. When we collected her up from the battlefield, she was severely wounded. She died on the way to the camp.
I want to see her body, Honalmenawi. Please. I must see her. Can we see her, Captain?
If you're the one who's asking, Your Excellency, it should be possible. You're in luck. We were thinking about getting rid of it, but we received the order to keep her body. It's still at the infirmary. Ask the doctor. He'll show it to you.
Thank you, Captain.
Pô, então nos deu uma falsa esperança, hein?
I'm terribly sorry. Let's go see her now. I need to...
I'm sorry for your loss, SIORA.
I will pray for her soul, SIORA, so that the enlightened may welcome her in his glory.
The infirmary must be the building on the right, near the camp entrance. Let's go.
Who are you? Are you looking for a doctor?
I'm the legate of the congregation, and this is SIORA, the daughter of the queen whose remains you are keeping. I would like to see her. I need to see her. Please.
My condolences, madam. The body of your mother is back there, in the room on the left.
Quais são as tretas que a gente vai encontrar? Ó, essa é a mãe dela. É, cara, em qualquer guerra que você entre, as chances de você matar e morrer são grandes, né?
No. I should give you some privacy while you are mourning. We won't be far. And tu, mater. Men sida denon mil frichteman. I must take her with me, Onalmenawi. We must perform the rituals. The captain said that he was instructed to keep her body.
It will not be easy to convince him to disobey.
I do not care about the captain's orders. She is my mother. She must be given back to the earth.
So, let's go back to see the captain and try to make him change his mind.
You can try, but with all due respect, I doubt that you will succeed. He will not want to draw attention to himself by disobeying this order.
What do you mean?
I believe he is a traitor, and that he made a deal with Thélème.
Those are some serious accusations, even for a member of the guard. Why would you believe such a thing?
I overheard a conversation that got me thinking, and I also saw certain documents.
We could use them to pressure him. Did you take them?
No, that would be too risky. I do not want to get into trouble. But I suppose they would still be amongst his other belongings.
Will they let us rummage through this place without protesting?
Most of the guards returned to Hikmet after the battle was over. If you are discreet, you should be able to enter the officer's building.
Thank you for your help, Doctor.
Shouldn't you ask the captain first? Maybe he'll change his mind.
You're right. Let's try talking to him before rummaging through the camp.
A gente pode tentar fazer isso e pode ter a opção, né, da gente convencer ele. Então pode facilitar a nossa vida isso daí. Né, princesa?
Your Excellency, what do you want?
We would like to retrieve the remains of the Queen. Bring her back to her people and her family.
That will not be possible, Your Excellency. As I told you, the Governor specifically asked us to keep her. He wants her delivered to one of his scholars who wanted to study her.
75%. Eu acredito que vai dar bom, hein? Bom, se for que nem os Ronin do Lost Ark, puta que pariu, né, velho? Você falhar com 95%, cara, um refino de algum equipamento é foda.
You have lost a lot of men in this battle. How would you feel if someone prevented you from giving them a proper burial? If you knew that their corpses were going to be given to some scholars to be dissected, wouldn't you want to have them back?
Lá vai.
You have a way with words,
Isso!
Your Excellency. Yes, I would like to give them a proper grave. Take her with you. I'll find an excuse to give the Governor's men when they come.
Thank you, Captain. There. We managed to convince him in the end. We'll be able to bring the body of your mother back to your village.
Then let's go. I am eager to reunite with Iseult and talk to her.
Beleza. Aqui com isso. Não é. Caralho, velho. Fechado aqui. Não tem que ser pelo canto, pela entrada mesmo. Tá, a gente pode ir andando até lá. Ah, tá aqui. Nice. Eu tenho a opção. Oh, olha lá o Manaus.
Iseult. Our mother. I know SIORA. And the worst here say. Some men delivered her remains here. They said that it was thanks to you. And the Renagze legend, thank you. We will be able to pay homage to our mother. Why are there mind shakers here, Iseult? I meant to tell you about it. They came saying that our mother had made an agreement with Thélème. But Mater did not tell me about it. She didn't say anything to me either. I do not like this, Iseult. These people want to drive us away from the land. I know. But we need help after the defeat. And they say that she made a promise set in stone. The spirits of the people of our village would have to go to the light, and in exchange they'd help us against the lions. This is impossible. Mater would never have done such a thing. They are lying, I'm certain of it. They may be. But if there really is a promise set in stone, we cannot break it. And we will have to bury our mother according to their rituals. We must verify it. I will not stand there while these mind shakers take our village.
Reputação com SIORA é mais 3. SIORA está agradável. Tá. É a continuação da nossa quest com ela? Não, acabou. Pera aí. O que a irmã dele tem pra falar dela, né?
SIORA, Asir, always with your new friends. Bertir to Madiseld, I'm happy to see you. What do you want?
Could you tell me about SIORA?
You are right there, and you let him talk about you like this? Asir? That's a strange friend you have there. Perhaps I wanted to hear how you'd reply. Perhaps, but I don't like this. Did you want anything else?
Caralho, ela não gostou, velho.
Thanks.
Tá. SIORA.
Karans, do you need something?
Como ela se sente
I'm
após a
sorry
perda da
about what
mãe?
happened to your mother. How are you feeling?
Unwell? I am angry, and I feel an immense void within me. I blame myself for not having been on this battlefield with her.
Contar que seja a própria mãe.
I understand. My mother had the Malachor, and yet I had to leave her behind as she was at death's door. I can't help thinking that I should have stayed by her side, just like you.
And you could not have done anything to save her either. Thank you, Onol Manawi. Your words alleviate my sorrow. Anything else?
Reputação com SIORA, mais 2.
Do you have anyone, a friend perhaps, whom you could talk to in this trying time?
I usually confide in my sister, but she's suffering too. And I think she resents me for not having been there when our mother needed me.
Dizer que ela pode contar com você.
I know we've only known each other for a little while. But if you need someone to talk to, I'm here.
Thank you, Onol Manawi.
Onol Manawi.
You are a good person. And I'm glad that you are my friend. Anything else?
Não.
I must leave you. See you.
Velho, acabamos a quest da SIORA. Foi rápido, muito rápido. Então, a gente tá com Petros, a gente tá agradável, SIORA agradável, Kurt aliado, Vasco aliado, Aliança Erudita. A gente tem, quer dizer, eu vou fazer essas coisas em off, cara, porque senão vai ficar muito grande o vídeo, a quantidade de vídeos, entendeu? Mas eu vou lá na Aliança Erudita em Teleme, em offline, e eu vou fazer a quest deles em off. Mistérios da Ruína. Deixa eu ver uma coisa aqui. Eu acho que eu sei como é que é. Posso abrir a quest do Petros. É justamente assim. Vamos aproveitar e vamos para São Mateus, residência de Sarde. Cadê? Petros.
My dear child,
I will see you later.
take
Opa. Explorar, isso aqui não tem como. Isso aqui a gente completa no meio diante do jogo. Aspirante a mercador. Reúna-se com um lã. Conflitos teológicos. Pergunte sobre a pesquisa no Éden. Eu acho que é isso daqui, viu? Não, não é aqui. Eu não peguei aquilo dali, galera, não chama cartinha porque é a quest da DLC. Eu não pretendo fazer a DLC agora. Eu não acho que isso daqui é continuação pra quest do Petrus.
Oh, there you are, Your Excellency. The Enlightened has heard my prayers.
What's going on? Where are the others?
After deciphering the content of the tablets, they went north to continue their research in some swamps. But they must have encountered problems. Brother Fidelis came back here, and he was in a dreadful state. He most likely came to seek help, but he fainted. It's impossible for us to know what happened to them.
I am not a doctor, but I may be able to examine him.
Oh, please do.
A gente não tem
Any help
ciência
would be
suficiente para
appreciated.
isso.
We've done our best, but our magic has proved inefficient. And the healer we sent for will certainly arrive too late from San Mateus.
É, não adianta.
This man is burning up with fever, and he bears several bite marks and traces of blows.
The blows did not put him in this state. He looks like a victim of poisoning. With the right antidote, I think we could get him back on his feet.
Have you tried giving him any anti-poison?
Of course, but to no avail. And what if it were a hex cast by the heretics?
No matter what happens, you always suspect them.
Why, of course. These savages are always to blame. The man was in the swamp. There are some rare animals there, and their venom is terrible. A healer from the area will know the antidote.
We could ask Lair. He will direct us to someone who understands remedies.
Beleza. Galera, é o seguinte, eu vou continuar essa história aqui, mesmo no vídeo que eu fiz a quest da SIORA. Porém, a quest, esse daqui não é quest do Petrus, viu? A quest aqui não é do Petrus, então é só para o vídeo não ficar menor. Então a gente já vai fazer essa quest aqui. Isso aqui foi de uma outra quest em off que eu fiz.
Onolmanawi, you've come back to see old Lair. I heard that you managed to retrieve the tablets.
Did Vindwal tell you?
Yes, and I feel more at peace, knowing that our brothers are alive, and that they will be able to join another clan. And you proved me right. Peace with the Renaigse is possible.
Reputação com os nativos mais um.
I need your advice. You may already know that one of the researchers came back wounded from the expedition.
I heard about it.
He has all the symptoms of a poisoning, but the anti-poisons we gave him had no effect. He must have been bitten by a creature of the swamp, and we're looking for a healer who would know of a suitable antidote.
So, you came to see me. Interesting. Our neighbors did not think for one moment that we could be helpful. Alas, our Donegad is one of the exiles. But Vindwal knows plants well. She will know.
Thank you. I will go see her. I hope she agrees to help us. I have to go.
Acho que eu sei quem é. É ela mesmo.
Here you are again. What do you want?
E ela tá braba.
I have come to ask for your help. Lair told me you know about remedies.
I do know a few of them. I have learned about plants. I used to want to become a Donegad.
Donegad?
One of the researchers came back wounded from the expedition. Apparently he was bitten by a creature of the swamp.
And now he has the Llewellyn fever. We have a good knowledge about this affliction. He will die if he does not receive proper treatment.
Do you know which antidote should be given to him?
Yes. These priests are idiots. They could have asked for our help, but they treat us like children. You are different. And you have allowed my son to join a new clan. So, I will give you the potion to cure the priest. Wait a moment. Make him drink this remedy and he'll get better.
Thank you, Vindwal.
Eu não sei porquê, mas eu tô sentindo que a gente vai ter algum tipo de... Qual é a palavra correta? Uma palavra correta, mas mudando a frase que eu iria dizer, a gente vai ter problemas em fazer com que ele tome esse remédio. Sei lá, por alguma razão, não sei.
Where am I?
You're in Eden. You are safe.
Was I unconscious for a long time?
The
other members of the expedition, they are in danger. Swamp is so hostile. We weren't prepared for it. Some of our people have disappeared.
What caused these wounds?
A nightmarish creature. The swamp is full of them. A colleague and I had left to fetch some help when we were attacked. I managed to run away, but I don't know what happened to him. As for those who are at the camp, you must go help them.
Show me the location of your colleagues on the map. I will join them.
There. Please, hurry.
Thank you. You should rest now.
Talvez... a gente não teve tanto problema em fazer ele tomar o negócio, né? Anyway. Tá. Beleza. Então vamos dar segmento. Talvez pelo acampamento, eu acho que pelo acampamento dá, né? Então bora no acampamento, que é mais perto aqui. Acho que é por dentro? Não. Talvez seja aqui que a gente encontra a Afra, que é a nossa próxima e última companion do jogo, né? A gente ainda não encontrou. Aquele lugar lá fechado, ó, onde o nome do vídeo é A Seita e o Ritual Demoníaco. A gente não conseguiu encontrar uma forma de entrar. Ó, tá aberto. Viu?
This is a passage that was forced upon nature by men. The beasts must have become restless. They do not appreciate it when their living space is disturbed.
The researchers must have cleared this passage. If we follow it, we should find it.
You're perfectly right, my child. This passage must have been cleared by the expedition. We should follow it.
Ai, cara, a gente ficou pesado. Vamos assim mesmo. Já que a gente não pode correr, a gente pode dar dash.
Hey, what's happening here? I could hear you from miles away.
Your Excellency, I'm so happy to see you. You arrived right on time to settle this matter.
How did you manage to find us in the middle of this swamp?
Brother Fidelis managed to reach Eden. He's the one who told us where your camp was.
But he didn't leave alone. What happened to Father Orbricus, who was accompanying him?
He must be dead, like our other companions. This is all your fault. This is yet more proof that you are not fit to lead such a team. I should be the one in charge.
Maybe you should calm down and explain to me what's happening here.
This expedition was undertaken with no concern for common sense. We are not equipped to explore this type of place. Our people are disappearing, and all we have found are some falsified writings.
Brother Virgil is terrified, which probably explains why he is being so disingenuous. We have made incredible discoveries, and we could find more.
You are beyond redemption. I won't waste another second talking to you. If you want to talk to me, Your Excellency, it will have to be without her.
How charming.
Idiota. A gente não tem... eles não vendem nada.
Your Excellency, I hope you will forgive us for that scene. My relations with Virgil have always been difficult, but ever since we arrived here, it has been unbearable. I'm afraid we may need an arbiter.
Before anything else, I need to know what has led to this situation between you.
What would you like to know?
Brother Fidelis told me that several members of the expedition have disappeared.
Yes, that's why he left along with Father Orbricus to fetch some help. 3 more of our colleagues are missing, and I'm not even talking about the ones who fell ill. I must admit that I underestimated the hardships we would encounter. I made a mistake. I should have prepared this expedition more thoroughly. But Virgil's being disingenuous does not help.
And no one has searched for those who are missing.
I wanted us to search for them, but someone later convinced me that it presented too much of a risk. Along with lack of preparation, our constantly decreasing number, and creatures swarming the area.
And by someone, I suppose you mean Brother Virgil.
Indeed.
For what reason were you quarreling?
The expedition itself, I'm afraid. Virgil was always against it, especially under my supervision. For him, our discoveries in Eden were sufficient. They confirmed what he wanted. The rest did not matter. According to him, we should never have continued. And when we found new tablets, it became even worse.
Were they also written by Saint Matthias?
Without a doubt. The handwriting is the same. There are also some patterns, some islander symbols. It's fascinating. But what really angers Virgil is the content we managed to decipher. Our founder explains that he learned a lot from the islanders. Something our brother cannot accept. He now persists in saying that these tablets are fake, forged by the natives themselves.
I'm thankful for these pieces of information. But you understand that I will also have to talk to Brother Virgil.
Por mim, eu nem perderia tempo.
You must hear us both before you can make a decision.
Até agora eu tô do lado dela.
Brother Virgil.
What do you want?
Can you explain to me what caused such a quarrel?
The reason for it is very simple. It is Eugenia's folly. This woman should never have been the supervisor of our team. The discoveries made in Eden were sufficient, but no. She didn't want to stop the research. She organized this expedition in a hurry, without taking elementary precautions, and now she's accepting as facts the delirious writings we discovered on these tablets, without doubting them for even 1 second.
What do you mean?
We found some new tablets, allegedly written by Saint Matthias. But their content is so absurd that they were obviously forged. I am certain that the
O que
natives
tem de
must have found
absurdo?
these stones before us and modified their content.
How would they have done that? The natives cannot write.
They must have been helped by an unscrupulous settler. How would I know?
Brother Fidelis told me that some of your colleagues went missing. Do you know anything about this?
They did not go missing. They were killed. There was the wild beasts, the diseases, and let's not forget the savages. We can feel their presence, roaming around the camp at night. I am certain that they are responsible for the death of our colleagues.
That's strange. There aren't many villages around here.
There aren't any. There are a few hermits, but they are not fighters. And they have better things to do than roam around their camp at night.
We've been in this region before, and the only native we met was a little insane, but would have been incapable of killing several priests.
Those savages may very well have been following us since our departure. We will not be safe on this island until it is entirely converted.
I see. So, you haven't tried to find your colleagues?
So we can die as well. I am not as crazy as Sister Eugenia.
I cannot take sides in your quarrel for now. And in any case, it is not what matters the most. Even if you think they are dead, we have to try finding your colleagues.
Well, if you are prepared to take such a risk, I can only commend you for your bravery and wish you luck. But I would not get my hopes up. You should start by searching the excavation site. To get there, take the path south of here. But be careful. The creatures that roam the area are ruthless.
Beleza. Bom, a gente não pode tomar nenhum partido agora. Dá pra ver que ele tá claramente com complexo de inferioridade. Talvez não sei por uma mulher estar no comando. Talvez seja isso. Vou ter que colocar esse botão no turbo. Como a gente está carregando peso, então não tem como a gente correr, né? Eu não acho que a gente vai conseguir terminar essa parte aqui nesse vídeo, acho.
This man's skull is sunken, but he doesn't look like he was in a fight. Could he have fallen?
That is unlikely. Look, my child. The wound is located at the back of the skull. I regret to say that in my opinion he was struck from behind.
Ooh.
With a mace, most likely. I regret to say that in my opinion he was struck from behind. With a mace, most likely.
He was struck in the back of the head, from behind, with a mace made of metal, not stone.
A cheap shot. From behind.
É. Não quero tirar conclusões ainda, não. Nossa senhora.
This poor soul was almost entirely devoured. He must have been killed by swamp animals. Even so, this wound looks different from the others. It looks like a knife wound.
Alas, anyone could have stabbed this priest. Both natives and priests carry knives.
You're right. He was stabbed before being fed to the animals. But anyone can use such a blade.
Ah, ciência level 2. Eu não vou gastar com ciência os nossos pontos com ciência. Pelo menos não nesse momento. É lá do outro lado? Ah, tem que passar por aqui.
These fang marks are impressive. The poor man didn't have a chance. He must have been attacked by a large reptile. Most likely a Llewellyn. But what was he doing alone, so far from the camp? It seems obvious now that these disappearances were orchestrated.
The deaths of these people were a deception. Only the Renaigse are deceitful enough to do such a thing.
Verdade.
Disguised deaths, these abject crimes. The natives can be violent, but they are not deceitful.
With what we learned, the culpability of a priest is almost obvious.
They kill each other and accuse my people. This virgin, he wants to push aside this woman at all cost. He must be the culprit.
Eu também tô achando isso, senhora.
I think that we should go find this brother and ask for an explanation.
Eu também tô achando que é isso. Caramba, peraí. Mais peso pra gente.
Brother Virgil.
Your Excellency! Weren't you supposed to be looking for our colleagues?
Indeed. I regret to say that they are indeed all dead.
I knew it. What a waste. Eugenia and her recklessness are to blame for this.
I'm afraid someone else is responsible.
Mas tá muito na cara, velho, isso, tá ligado? Não pode ser isso.
The savages. Their thirst for blood is
Tá
unquenchable.
muito na cara que é ele.
Come without an escort.
Watch your tongue, priest. Our people have no need to hide when they protect their land.
Oh, Virgil, would you please stop taking us for fools? The natives had no hand in this.
Only the Renaigse are deceitful enough to disguise a death.
Who else could it be?
Someone who desperately wanted this expedition to fail. Does that remind you of anyone?
Fine. You unmasked me. But know that my cause
Ele... Oh,
the
fela da
Luminous
puta.
sent me to keep an eye on this expedition, to ensure that the discoveries we made would not jeopardize our nation or our presence on this island. But the inscriptions on the tablets are a heresy, a dangerous manipulation. Can you imagine what would happen if it was said that our
Tá
founder
ferrado nas minhas
listened
mãos,
to
cara.
the teachings of the natives? But even then, foolish Eugenia accepted these discoveries as truth, without any hesitation, without realizing that our entire nation could suffer because of it. So yes, I wanted to scare her.
I understand that you might want to protect your nation, but to go as far as assassinating several of your colleagues...
Come now. What would you do if someone were threatening the congregation? You cannot make me believe that you would not be willing to kill. You may have already done so. But since you want to avoid using violence, help me convince Eugenia to go back to Eden. My
No.
colleagues and I know how to sort through these discoveries. And you will be rewarded, of course.
No.
Renagse tried to blame my people for these crimes. The priests would have wanted to punish them, and innocent people would have died. He must answer for his treachery.
It is undeniable that these discoveries could cause a great upset in Taleme, but he has no right to decide what should be revealed or not. On this island, Cornelia should be the one to decide. Be careful with your accusations, though. Eugenia and her colleagues are on edge. We wouldn't want them to start killing each other.
Pedi a ele revelar o que aconteceu a todos. Aceitar o ouro e ficar do lado... Cara, eu não vou me vender por 100 moedas de ouro. Tá, a gente podia... Foda-se, foda-se.
It seems to me that all members of this expedition are concerned. They should decide on what to do next.
Reputação com Petrus -1. Ok. Ok.
Everybody listen. Alas, I must inform you
Vai
that
ter
I found
briga.
the dead bodies of your missing colleagues. How awful.
Teleme reputação 2. Teleme agradável.
Someone wanted us to believe that they were killed by some swamp animals. But it was all staged. Your colleagues were murdered, and their bodies abandoned to the creatures.
What? But why do such a thing? And who murdered them?
Brother Virgil confessed to his crimes in front of me.
Monster! You will pay for these crimes. These people you killed were our brothers. Our friends.
You stupid goose. You really believe that I will let you pass judgment on me?
Eu julgo
You
você.
shouldn't have been so quick to accept these lies that could destroy our nation. And want to reveal them for all to hear. You are solely responsible for these deaths.
How dare you present yourself as the protector of our nation? Murderer!
Gente, vocês cuidam aí? Olha o pau quebrando, menino. Olha o pau quebrando. É, se eu não interferir, os companions não matam, né, velho? A única coisa para que os companions servem é para poder distrair os inimigos.
I'm sorry, sister. Brother Virgil fled during the battle.
The coward. And naturally, his accomplices fled along with him. What a waste. So many people died.
Perhaps I shouldn't have revealed his crimes in front of everyone, but I thought it was the best way of ensuring he would be judged.
Considering how high tensions have been these last few days, a fight was inevitable, alas. But you did what you thought was fair. Here, take this. As a token of gratitude for shedding light on these dismal events. Alas. We will have to go back to Eden as well.
Caralho, caiu a
There are too
reputação.
few of us to continue the research.
Were you hoping to discover more?
Of course. This place was but a single step in St. Matthias's journey. The last tablets speak of a journey northbound, further up in the swamp. But even if Virgil is no longer a threat, we are not sufficiently well equipped to go there.
We could go there for you if you wish. You just have to tell us where to look.
That would be marvelous. Of course, you would have to start from the excavation site where he wrote this. I think I noticed a path going north when I was there, actually. Look for any traces of life. Perhaps you will be lucky enough to find more of his writings. That would be fantastic.
Don't worry. I will conduct this research and come find you here if I uncover anything.
Velho. Eu levo 18. Como é que tá a reputação aqui? A gente perdeu... A gente ganhou 2 com o Teleme e perdeu 2 com o Teleme com essa luta. Não posso fazer nada. O cara merecia justiça logo ali mesmo. De qualquer forma, a gente vai encerrar o vídeo por aqui. Eu acho que eu vou continuar essa investigação. Descubro para onde São Mateus foi no próximo vídeo. É uma quest secundária, porém eu vou fazer ela aqui no vídeo. Beleza, galera? Deixa esse like aí para fortalecer aqui as entradas dos vídeos aqui no canal, cara. Pra continuar dando um ânimo pra gente poder trazer aí. Beleza? E a gente se vê então no próximo vídeo. Se inscreva no canal e até a próxima.